basically what we have been trying to do in Momentum Works is to try to establish some sort of base to understand like most of the common questions that people do related to different companies. So what we have been trying to do is try to make sense of what happened with Ant Financial and how this affects to Southeast Asia. So for example, we created this report that is called Industry Enablers. And basically what we have tried to do is try to understand all of these kind of macroeconomics, regulations, and different aspects of the economy in order to see if we can actually provide an answer. And I think that there is a lot that we can tell about what happened with Ant Financials and also how we relate that with Southeast Asia. So basically, it is an opportunity to learn and to proactively cooperate with regulators to improve the financial sector. So that is the politically correct answer. And in order to get the non-politically correct answer, we need to actually to go a bit deeper. So I think it's interesting to understand that basically economic development of a country can be basically separated in different layers. So in the first layer, we will have something like the natural resources, the geography itself, and the population, how the population is distributed in the region. So this is actually related to the point that we were just talking, right? A second layer is actually the regulators. So now that we have all of these resources in the country, what do we do in order to have some sort of progress? And what do we do? Well, what does the country do in order to integrate this and to actually maintain some sort of unity in the country? So basically, those are the regulators, and the effects of those regulations is basically depicted in the black boxes in the charts that are basically three main dimensions. So due to the effects of the regulations, everything will be materialized in terms of a level of infrastructure, a level of connectivity, and a specific level of human capital. And this works like a cycle. So I think it's very important to realize that without regulations, basically there is no progress. Regulations is basically, it's like a way to measure ourselves. So in many cases, with new products and with new technologies, basically there are no regulations because it is actually new. So there is nothing there. This is why the governments need to be very proactive in terms of talking with the companies that are innovating in order to create regulations. So this is very important to realize that still, especially now that we're talking about something that is related to fintech, there are countries that basically doesn't have a framework to process the fintech itself. So this is very important to realize. Basically, those three dimensions that we are talking, infrastructure, connectivity, and human capital, what we have seen is that they are able to summarize in a very good way what is the current state of the region.